So let's play with some shadows. So I'm going to clean my little area here. See how easy it is? I have this Kleenex. It's picking up all the paint. All right. Oh, I didn't even use any of my magnesium blue. That's okay. So now we have little details that we can put in. The first thing is we're going to work on a shadow. So I'm going to pick up some of this phthalo blue here. And get some of this burnt umber. Mix it in. It'll make a nice little gray color. And these are all the colors I've used in my sand. And I'm going to put a little bit of that Venetian in there, so it makes it nice and dark. I'm going to use this little brush, and I'm thinking, yeah, I always put my light going this way because I like doing shadows, like, you know, like the light's just shining on them going that way. So if there's a light coming this way, so my shadow is going to be in this area like this. And it's going to be also, if you want it to be that it's lifted off the sand. So my paper is dry. I'm just going to put here to show you one way of doing it. Working quickly with just a bit of water. I always test here. I come right next to that dark and I pull the color. See that? To create the shadow. Can you see it now? I'm gonna do it differently now. I'm gonna do it here. I'm gonna wet it. I'm gonna wet all of this one here, all around like this. I'm gonna pick this up and I'm just gonna go along the Sanddollars and let the paint do its thing. Sometimes it does what you want, and sometimes it doesn't, depending on where you are. Already I'm starting to like what it's doing. So if I want to lighten it up over here, it's put a bit of paint. I want it very dark, right close to the Sanddollars. So I'm going to continue with this one. And this one here, I'm going to do it on the dry. And I'm just going to touch the side just a little bit like this to create the shadow effect. Can you guys see it now? Should be a little bit more rounder here. Okay. So this looks like it's on top of this one, right? But this one here needs to have a little bit more of a shadow here. And I'm gonna create that it's broken. See how this is all broken? So just by that preparation I made, I can make it broken like that. It's exactly like Mother Nature does. There we go. Do the same thing for the seashell. I'm just gonna get some more browns and Venetian red all mixed up together. Here we go. And I'm gonna just put right, no, it's gotta be a little darker. That's why it's always good to test here. Just a little bit darker. It's too on the reddy side, so a little bit darker, okay. So now I'm gonna do the same thing here, right next to the shell here. to create that little shadow. And there we go. With the very small one, this is where little details come into effect. Like if I want to fix this line up right here, if I want to create a little crack, like a very natural crack, like even here. Yeah, I'll put one right here. And that's the same color I put as a shadow here. And then maybe clean it up over here. Make sure too much water. Make sure it comes right underneath. And give that illusion. And the same here. Now, the seashell, you can kind of put it all around because it does cup. And if you look on my hand, you can see there's a little bit of a shadow because it's not flat. And this is where you do the little cleaning up, making sure you got it the way you want it. Also, you can go back and forth. Remember these things? Well, remember the sun is coming this way. So I'm going to convert this to like a rock, a big rock. And I'm going to put some of this dark shadow right along here like this. Same principle. It'll make it look like it's on top of the sand. You can make it on all these ones too. Can you see that? You can just push the color. Can you see? Now I'm gonna do some more with the little brush because some of these are like little rocks, you know. It just gives it more life. Makes it more natural. Also, if you want to add just a couple of lines, really specific lines. Can I see on my shell here? Not only that, then I've got to do that in the middle. So there's like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember all odd numbers. Now this way is very strong. Can you see that? And then it kind of goes like this. You can draw them first, but I've painted these so many times that, yeah, Mother Nature doesn't have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But some of those lines are really dark, so I come back with a little bit of water and just put a bit of water next to it. And just soften those edges. You know, I can play with this and say that it's broken up to here. And, you know, little corrections here and there. The other way would be, I would wet it just a little bit. No, just a bit. Because when I come in, it's going to, remember, where there's water, it's going to seep. However, it's just going to be completely different than the other one. Can you see? See? It's not perfect. You might have to come back later just to give it a little more you know, in certain areas. So that's a different look. Okay, so here we go. Put a little bit of shadows underneath. And yes, this one too. It's sand. And there's rocks on the sand. And what happens is you make it all pop. Can you see now? I just made that one pop a little bit more. And I've made so many of these. I love doing these, and I like showing people how to do these. And you can make as many cracks as you want. And I'm always using those two browns that I showed you. And it's in perfection. They're not perfect when you get them on the beach. Now it's time to look at, okay, does it need any fixing up here and there? Yes, it does. I'm just gonna prepare very lightly. Like here is missing a little bit of paint. I don't want to rub too much. I just want to put a little bit more. You know, and there could be areas that are just a little bit darker of sand. No, that's too much, but that's okay. It's sand. Sand is always moving. And we've created our $100. So now all we need to do is sign this piece. And it's ready to be framed. Like if you want to just fix this one, make it a little bit bigger up. See, if I rub, it'll make it more of a bigger kind of rock. You see what I just did? There you go. Thank you for coming, and check out my other YouTube channel, other projects I've done. You can send me private messages if there's anything else that you'd like to see.